What if there was a way where you could put together a mailer as a real estate agent and you actually got calls from it? Not just pay thousands of dollars, put things out, and then hope that somebody responds to you. Because we know that, yes, even though mailers work, you have to find a way to get people's attention, because in 2 to 3 seconds, they will just toss that thing out the window. Now, I want to show you what we have done that has worked. Let's just say you have your mailer here. In the front of it, what if you have the address? And then instead of just filling this with a bunch of words, what if you put the timeline of how you sold 123 Main Street fast and for the most amount of money? You could have the first bullet point be date on market. The second bullet point would be maybe the open house if you did one, or the broker open if you did one. The third bullet point maybe is when you went under contract, and then the fourth one is when you closed it. And then if you sold it for more, how much more did you sell it for? But on the back of it, what if you write out a little bit more about your strategy, how many houses maybe you sold around 123 Main Street, and your proof of production in that area. You've sold the most houses in that neighborhood, how many years of experience you may have, the fact that you have sold, let's say 20 houses in that neighborhood, and all of your 20 houses have sold for over 20, 30, 40%. Brag about some of the cool things you did. And then you're going to get the attention of whether it's a 6-month seller, 6-year seller, you're gonna get attention. So now, here's another way you're gonna be able to use this specific mailer. Now you go on a listing appointment at 125 Main Street, 126 Main Street, whatever else you go, you can take this and say, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, here is a house that's sold in your neighborhood, or here's a house that's similar to the schematics of your house, a bedroom, bathroom, square footage, and all that stuff. This is the timeline that we use, and this is how we were able to get them $20,000, $30,000 over asking. If we use a specific timeline like this, it is a proven method. It is not a promise. It is the proven method of how we got your neighbor or this seller $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 over asking. Promises don't mean anything. But if you show them a proven method that you have used in your business as a real estate agent, then you can put that in front of them and they can see it and they go, huh, that is how we're gonna see it. You are showing them the start all the way to the finish and giving them a similar experience, or showing them how they can have the similar experience as your client did on here. Don't just spend thousands of dollars just to spend money. Don't be scared about having to spend $1,000 because the person in your neighborhood or the other realtor in your neighborhood is doing it. Do it with a strategy, do it with a plan. We are gonna go into a market where trust and education through content is going to be key. And if you are just gonna put out information just like everybody else, which is what's the status of the market, how many houses are in the market, they can get that information anywhere. Or if you think that you can go and compete with the Zillows and Redfins, unless you have millions and $1 million in marketing budget, find the niche that you're good at. Find the niche that you can speak to and that can resonate with what you have to speak with, and then use the power of education, the power of video, podcast, social media to put your education content out there and what you have done, your proven methods of selling houses fast, selling houses for the most amount of money, and then you're gonna be able to see your pipeline build and build and build. We are going into a seller's market. If you're a listing agent, you're gonna dominate the market. Buyer's agents are getting beat out left and right. They're getting tired. Buyers are getting tired. Yes, there's gonna be a fluctuation in interest rates. We can sit here and talk about it the whole time. But if you wanna have a great book of business going into 2024, I highly suggest you take a look at what your marketing plan is. How are you going to reach out to people? And if digital marketing, video marketing is not a part of it, you really need to rethink that strategy.